All right, this is our last listening experience of the semester for jazz band. We're going to look at a tragic hero, Frank Rosolino, one of the most versatile and beautiful players that we've ever had a chance to hear. He started out playing guitar. That was his first instrument. He grew up in Detroit, and he went to this school called Cass Technical High School, Henry Cass Technical High School. And there are quite a number of famous musical and other alumni that came out of this school. Whatever it was that they had in the water around Detroit really worked, because there's a lot of famous folks came out of there. During World War II, like a lot of other famous musicians, he joined the army and did his service. And after he got out, he joined the Stan Kenton Orchestra, and that gave him the biggest break that you could possibly imagine. Kenton was an absolute giant in the early 50s, toured all over the place, and everyone knew who the Stan Kenton Orchestra was, and he got to play with a lot of really famous people. Most of the time, he was based in and around Los Angeles. He wasn't really known as the jazz mecca, but he seemed to do okay with that. When he, get this, in the 1970s, he toured with this group that won a bunch of Grammy Awards called Super Sax. I don't know how a trombone player figures into super sax, but he did. They had a little bit of a horn line with them behind him, and he was one of them. So super sax featuring Frank Rosolino on trombone. Sounds about right. While he lived in L.A., he was a regular house band member on the Merv Griffin Show. And this was, in the 70s, and a lot of TV shows had big bands. The Tonight Show, the Jack Parr started all that. Merv Griffin was one of the really big ones at the time. He was also known not only as a trombone player, but also a very quirky and funny guy. He was a jokester. He loved to play practical jokes on people, and he was just absolutely hilarious, a riot to be with. He also was a great singer. The album he has called Turn Me Loose features him singing and playing both. He's quite good. Very all-around entertainer. Now, all of that was probably to mask the crushing depression that he had to deal with his whole life. When he passed away, it was not pretty. He actually killed his two sons and then shot himself in the head. Murder-suicide. So there was something else going on. Probably bipolar disorder, they think. Back in the day, they called it manic depression. So he had this bouncy, happy exterior, but on the inside, he was being torn apart constantly. So they say madness follows genius, and that's probably very true in his case. He was an absolutely phenomenal player, as you'll hear here in a second. Here is... Oh, this says Steve Allen Show on here. That's not really right. It's the Merv Griffin Show. I'll fix that. So here's Frank Rosolino playing a tune that he wrote called Blue Daniel. It's very fast and energetic, just like he was. Jeez. He's crazy.